Today we're going to talk about our family favorite, chickpea pasta.
Hi, we're Michael and Crystal from Get a Taste of Health, where we try a new plant-based food each week and give you tips and tricks to help you stay on your plant-based diet. So if you enjoyed this video, take a second to like it.
And don't forget to subscribe.
This week we're going to try two different chickpea pastas, the Tolerant organic chickpea pasta and the Banza Protein Chickpea Pasta. And we'll put the full ingredient list for each of these in the description below. Both of these pastas are readily available on Amazon, and we'll leave the links in the description below so you could easily find them and order them to your house.
Our family really enjoys chickpea pasta. It's one of our favorites. Not only do we like the flavor, but it's really easy to make. We've actually tasted both the Banza and the Tolerant pasta, and we really enjoy both. But let me tell you a little bit about the difference between the two of them. The Tolerant pasta is organic. That's one of the differences. The Banza pasta is not. And the Tolerant pasta is only made from chickpea flour. So that's the ingredient, chickpea flour, and that's it. The Banza pasta has chickpea flour, has tapioca, and also has pea protein. Those are the major differences between the both of them. Also, when you look at them, the Banza pasta is a lighter color. So to me, it looks closer to the regular white pasta. The Tolerant pasta looks closer to a whole wheat pasta that you might buy. So the look of it is a little bit different as well. So that's something to take in consideration if that bothers you or if that's something that you want to consider.
The one thing that I've noticed about the Banza is that you can actually trick kids into eating it thinking that it's regular pasta, because our son's friend will come over, and although he is very open to the foods that we eat, I don't think he knows that this is chickpea pasta. All right, we'll give this pasta a try for you. I do know one thing is that the best thing about the chickpea pasta is that the consistency and the texture and the way that it cooks is very similar to regular pasta, whereas the lentil pastas that we've cooked before, or the edamame pastas and the black bean pastas, they just don't come out the same. And that was one thing that was always lacking for me. I want to be able to cook al dente, and I wanted it all to come out, as close as possible. And I would say this is probably as close as it's gonna get. If possible, I don't know, you could get 100%, but I'm gonna say it's like 95% as close as the regular pasta.
Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and try the Banza pasta first. So we're talking about the lighter one, and we're gonna try it without the sauces. It's good.
Yeah, that tastes...
It's soft.
Yeah, it reminds
nice.
me of regular pasta.
It does. Yeah, it does. And it tastes very much, even without the sauce, like the regular pasta. Yeah. I like the consistency, the texture of it. It's very much like the regular pasta.
Let's give the Tolerant a try.
Okay.
This one's like a little more firm. And it breaks apart a little bit more. So personally, as far as looks go, I actually think the Tolerant looks better. But as far as taste goes, personally, I think the Banza tastes a lot closer to your regular pasta if you're just transitioning.
Yes. However, I actually like the Tolerant pasta better because it only has chickpea flour. And the Banza pasta, having the pea protein and the tapioca, I can taste that in the Banza. Tolerant, that's all I taste. I taste just the chickpea. But Michael's right. It's a little bit more firm, so it's not as soft as the Banza pasta.
Yeah.
So it really is going to depend on what you're looking for.
It's almost like there's like a little bit of like a very small amount of grain to the Tolerant. Okay, so we pre-made this cheese in our Vitamix, and this is how we make it, even on a day-to-day basis whenever we have it. We just use the Vitamix to pour it around, and it stays warm for a long time. One thing that you'll notice is once you make the cheese, the next day it will definitely get way more firm than the first time that you make it. So if you made it and you think it's the perfect consistency, when you have it tomorrow, it's gonna be too thick. But that's something that you plan for, and I think you can thin it out too. You heat it back up, it'll thin back out. It's not that big of a deal. And then once we have it in the bowl, just mix around a little bit, and then I do put a little bit of salt, but I mean, like just a few flakes and we're good. It's just like I remember it. Yeah,
really good.
I definitely, I come home itching for this mac and cheese probably because as a kid I had that Kraft mac and cheese, but I feel like this fills that void of wanting the regular mac and cheese, but having chickpea pasta and
vegetables as your cheese sauce.
For your sauce, and being able to eat that and fill that void is, a perfect match for me.
Yes. Here's the Banza. Okay, so mine is the Tolerant, and to me it just tastes really good. You put the cheese sauce on there. It gives a lot of flavor, and like Michael said, it reminds you of mac and cheese, which is great for kids. My kids will ask for mac and cheese, and this is all they know as mac and cheese. They've never had the Kraft mac and cheese. No. So when they say, I want macaroni and cheese, this is their macaroni and cheese.
The one thing that I've noticed with our kids is that when we give them mac and cheese, they're always going back for seconds. And it's actually nice because, sometimes we're giving them like just greens with just beans and just potatoes on the side. And I know for a kid that can be hard, especially after seeing your friends at school with, whatever, burger, chicken nuggets, French fries, regular French fries. But I know that this is a meal that they're always gonna enjoy, and they're actually gonna get full instead of just sitting down at the table for 5 minutes, going to run off to play, and then coming back 10 minutes later saying that they're hungry. So we're going to use the Engine 2 sauce, but like Crystal said earlier, really you can put any type of pasta sauce that you want. That's your favorite pasta sauce, because I know that, especially if you're trying to transition, it's going to be, a big jump to go from regular pasta to chickpea pasta, and to go from regular pasta sauce, like whichever brand you're gonna pick, to Engine 2, which doesn't have oil or salt.
It does have salt, it's just low sodium.
Yeah, it's definitely not like how much you would see in the other ones.
Right, that's true.
But you take one step at a time, and you won't see that big of it won't be a big issue.
Right.
So I have the Tolerant with the Engine 2 sauce here. Yeah, that just like I thought. If that texture goes away because you're eating sauce with the 2, so
right.
It doesn't even matter.
So it's that you don't notice the texture.
Yeah, because you're eating other things like tomato, onions, all that other stuff is in there.
Right.
And it's so subtle that it doesn't really even matter.
Right. So I'm doing the Banza with the tomato sauce. It's really good. I really taste the tomato sauce. That's the flavor that I taste.
Yeah.
That's the part of the pasta that I can taste. And of course I can, the texture, I do feel that soft texture that you would get from regular white pasta. And then I taste the tomato sauce. Again, something that would be great for kids as well, not just adults, because it's just like regular pasta.
One thing that I noticed with this Tolerant, and I just thought of it because I did see on the back of this package that they have it in more of a cold pasta dish, and I actually think that this is going to be even better as a cold pasta dish.
Oh, we've never tried it with a cold pasta dish.
With the tomatoes, they have cucumbers, but something like that where you put some vegetables in there and you mix it around. I actually think that this one, it almost tastes like it was built to be cold pasta, and it has cooled down since we cooked it, and it tastes just like I would want a cold pasta to taste. Don't forget that most of the products that we use today will be in the links in the description below. You can find pretty much everything that we had on Amazon. It's very easily, readily available, and that's how we live.
If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe.